up as well. They're both looking extremely focused. Takamura especially locked in. And ooh, the graphic, I like that.
I love that so
I like
much.
that.
Production quality, 100.
Yes, indeed. And Phenom, it looks like Phenom, he did do the button check with CAMMY as well, so it looks like you're very on point. He's going to avoid the mirror match here. He's been putting in so much work with CAMMY that it makes sense, right? CAMMY does have a bit longer of a range on the crouch medium kick than Ken. It is a 1 frame slower, though, so it does kind of alter some of the string presses and the press backs that you're going to see. But I want to see how prepared Takamura is for Phenom's CAMMY. Is Phenom's CAMMY going to primarily play ground base? Are we going to see some dive kicks? Are we going to see some air action? Let's get CAPCOM Cup going!
Here we go, Phenom versus Takamura. CAMMY versus Ken, as you would expect. Some of the roundhouses are going to be coming up from Phenom to check the ranges, but Takamura already on the offensive, forcing the block against Phenom, slowly backing away from the medium, punish counter. There was a jab check against the airborne assault from Phenom, and here comes the first throw from Phenom. How do you lock down and keep Takamura under pressure? Keep him grounded. Oh, the uppercut! Get off of me.
That's the thing, right? Takamura plays so fast. He's so good at processing what's going on. Counter hit confirmed right there as well. Tries to throw. Phenom's defense been pretty on point so far. Oh, but Takamura, he didn't get the link that he was looking for. You can combo with the stand light kick after that step kick counter hit.
That was indeed a counter hit. Maybe it was a range thing that he was not confident in, but that crouching jab was not going to do him any favors. Punish counter to ring out, but nothing to follow up. Phenom again measuring the gauge with that roundhouse. He wants to make sure he's within range for possibly a spacing trap.
You can see Phenom, he's starting to scheme on it. Oh, but he actually shuts him down on the quick spin knuckle. There is the tendency for players to throw back-to-back projectiles. Maybe Phenom was looking for that, trying to quick spin knuckle through after perfect parry in the first fireball, but Takamura was more than ready. And again, these run shenanigans have been working out as well. Now we got counter hit overhead, tries the empty jump, but Phenom was not parrying.
Did you get a side switch now? An immediate, actually a little bit of a delay tech from the side of Takamura. How do you get out of there? A couple of checks right now. Phenom's been doing a great job of checking the green stuff, but Takamura keeping the other player on their toes consistently.
Oh!
Give me that level 3!
Yes, indeed. No full cinematic, but still gets the DP juggle. That's still a lot of damage. Tries to throw again. Phenom teching for his life again. You cannot throw this man right now. We'll see if Takamura switches it up.
Pepper in some of the damage.
Oh, he burned him out now, and the sweep whip punish is actually big. If Phenom can get into the corner, that's checkmate. All the way through, yes indeed. Actually hits him, resets with a drive impact to save some meter. You already know. Phenom, optimal with it.
Damn! I'm loving that route. He gets to keep 2 of his super art bars to himself. Knew the exact amount of damage he needed to close that out. I'm loving this for Phenom.
Yes, indeed. That means Phenom well within his own right to build that last bar, get a level 3. Both players trading in an instant. Takamura trying to bait something now, right? Because Phenom had been teching so much, but still, great defense right now from Phenom. Look, he's not teching, but the perfect parry back. Gonna maintain control in the corner because of it.
Man, Takamura's gotten a lot of mileage with some of these steps. I gotta tell you, he's been playing really, really unorthodox by committing to some of the options after the run.
Yep. Oh, and he presses back the crouch medium punch. One of Ken's best buttons, especially as a counter poke like that. You buffer the drive rush behind it, and it's all she wrote for the first game.
Very similar normal structure between the two, but Takamura being able to utilize some of those big counter hits a little bit more than Phenom. You gotta imagine, Phenom, he's gotta be facing quite the wild Takamura. What are you gonna do to kind of calm him down and really punish him for some of the committal choices that he's been making throughout neutral?
Yeah, and I'm really impressed. Like, despite Phenom taking that first L, right, he was actually so good at adjusting his defensive strategies throughout the set. We saw in that last round, he didn't get caught by any of the throw bait tech that Takamura had. Nonetheless, though, rush behind still took him down. All she wrote for the first game. So we're gonna be able to drive rush in now, and see, he's got Phenom blocking a little bit now. He's been able to condition him.
That is a very, very meaty heavy. Phenom taking so much damage right now, just getting harassed into the corner. The Jin Ride 2.
I love that. After the third string, baits it out. That's the optimal starter. Another round in the books. Takamura 1 round away from taking this set.
Immense pressure being felt by Phenom. Takamura started this off with that perfect. Could be a disastrous kind of end for Phenom. Back into the corner again. We're going to spend a lot of time on the left side of the corner unless Phenom finds a break, which he does.
Yeah, let's see if he can kind of build this. So you see Takamura immediately after blocking the roundhouse, just drive rushing in. I like that a lot. And Phenom, he hasn't been challenging. He has less than 2 bars of drive right. He didn't want a DP. He gets caught swinging right there. Maybe a reset attempt. Takamura does burn him out via that. That was so smart.
Drive reversal. You want to keep him locked down. 2 bars of Phenom's name. Will he be able to use it? A single hit left. Takamura, no!
Oh, no. Technical difficulties and perhaps the
force Phenom as we resume the game. Phenom just over 2 bars. Phenom just over 2 bars. We'll see how this plays out.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, what had happened, we ruled that it was the fault of Takamura, so Phenom was rewarded the round. And now Phenom, is already making the most out of this. Getting a level 3 early is going to be draining a lot of Takamura's drive meter as well, putting him on the verge of burnout. Is he going to try a drive rush and get the heavy, and that's exactly what he does to take the rest of that. Jumps the dive kick, but couldn't get the punish in time. That was so smart with Takamura. He just busts out with the level 3. Knew Phenom would try to make the most of that burnout time, abuse the plus range that he had, not gonna let it happen.
Well, what are you gonna do after this? You're not gonna be within range to force that burnout. You are gonna be building back your own drive gauge, which is gonna give you a slight, maybe significant advantage, who knows? But at the time right now, Phenom is still checking with the roundhouse, keeping Takamura away. That drive gauge is gonna be very, very healthy for Phenom. Okay.
Again, Takamura has busted out so many times. Despite Phenom using the true string, he keeps trying to make him guess after the true string drive rush cancel. Oh no, the whip throw is plus. You already know how it goes. Since forever and ever and ever, and Phenom making the most out of that technical difficulty.
That is truly, I'm gonna say, crazy that it played out that way. I will be very transparent. Takamura was on the verge of taking that round.
Man, oh man. So now it's all tied up set, but Takamura already reacting to the OD dive kick with a DP. Man, his reactions really are next level. But speaking of which, Phenom walking up and throwing the whip parry attempt, give me that punish counter.
We're about to see a really big statement being made from Phenom, how much of an adjustment he can make just with an extra round under his belt.
You see, that was so smart from Takamura, really putting on the Jinrai pressure once Phenom was below 2 bars.
Ooh.
If you want to punish with DP, you're going to get burnt out anyway. And the neutral jump, Phenom did not have the answer.
This burnout is going to be so critical right now. Takamura taking full advantage of Phenom without the resources to properly defend himself outside of the level 1. Of course, he's not going to spend it to stop that drive impact. Takamura again with the lead.
Yeah, it still would have been quite the deficit for Phenom if he spins that right. If he loses that round, he goes into the next one with even less meter. So perhaps trying to look for a different escape route now. With Takamura being on set point against these players, playing very slow, very patient.
Oh, very meticulous with the timing as well. Takamura with a big opener down below. However, the perfect parry going up against the Dragon Lash forward throw now. Phenom, how do you continue deep pressure? Dash up, let's see what the reaction is from Takamura. Of course he's gonna bust out.
He's been busting out time and time again, right? Even after the true string. Phenom has not been looking to bait out the reversals. Maybe he will when the game's truly on the line. Jumps in, gets perfect parry though, and now we're already at the Kona.
Not quite. To get the counter hit attempt, Takamura was trying to press buttons. He did get thrown for it though. Medium kick to measure. Phenom recreating the space for himself. Now he gets to play the neutral dance that he thought he was comfortable with up until the drive rush happened. Takamura knocking on the door, knees first.
And Takamura, he's been really drive rush happy after that stand heavy kick. Wonder if Phenom's gonna call him out with a jab afterwards, something like that. Right now it's just hitting though. Both players very low on drive gauge as well, trying to maintain an advantage by sprinkling on normals here and there.
And he's giving himself enough range. Oh my God, up until this point. So I thought Takamura with the confirm to ring out level 3. That's all he wrote. 2-1 victory. I was about to say, Phenom was intentionally creating a space for himself in case the drive rush were to happen, up until he broke moving forward.